August is almost here.
Let's find out what our quilt of the month is. Hi, it's Donna Robertson.
And Fran Morgan with Fabric Café.
It's time to share what our quilt of the month challenge is going to be for August.
Plus, we have some amazing pictures from our July Quilt of the Month challenge from all of you. Be sure to stay to the end to see those. For now, let's check out the August Quilt Challenge. So our Quilt of the Month for August is Skip to My Lou. And this is a great quilt. It has so much charm and it's so simple to make. So all we do is we're making a strip assembly and cutting these units. Then we'll sew 2 of them together, flipping one, make a 4 patch. Then we sew our 4 patches together and we make vertical rows or columns, however you like to call it, and then we put them together with a sashing strip that really sets it off. This also minimizes your seams that you're matching, so it's really great. Now, I love the way that we've taken the sashing color that you're going to use and you put it on the border with a little bit of our extra. It just gives it so much interest on the border. And you know, I think this is one of our favorites that is not made that often. It is so fast, it is so fun to make, and I cannot wait to see what all you guys do with it. So let's go check out some fabric that we've put in it.
And this fabric is perfect for this particular quilt because it's a small print and it looks great in these smaller cuts.
It is, and you know, we talked about it at the quilt, how this is a 4 patch that's just put together, so it's going to go really quick. And this is so charming in this quilt. So,
and I love the fact that all of those 4 patches are made with strip piecing.
Oh, so fast. Oh, so fast. So here we have our focus fabric, which is this really sweet floral print. And as Mom said and pointed out, that it works perfect in our focus position here because it is a little bit smaller print and it really shows off well. Then we've paired with our number 2, this great kind of teal green. It has just a little bitty flower on it.
That's precious.
And it really contrasts well with our focus fabric, I think. So it really helps highlight that 4 patch, which I really like.
I do too.
Yeah, it's fun. And then our number 3 is the red, and that is our sashing here, as well as some on the border. And love bringing the red into this.
I do too. I love red and kind of that teal, green, blue together. I just think it is so perfect, and it makes this quilt look so rich.
It does. It does. It's really charming in this fabric. Really, really like it. All right, also I want to point out, I'm going to give you the kit information on this, but we also have this fabric available by the yard. All you have to do is go to fabriccafe.com and hit the fabric tab up at the top of the website, and you'll see a little group that says Fabric by the Yard. So this is available that way as well. Or if you would like to get the kit information is Darling Daisies. And once again, this is our Skip to My Lou pattern, and it's from the Easy Peasy book.
You know, one of the best things about 3-yard quilts is the fact that you can use any fabric in any one of our patterns. And you need 3 1-yard cuts. So it takes all the guesswork out about how much fabric you need to buy if you find something you like.
So true.
And it also means you can change seasons when you're going along. So the last one was just a kind of an everyday wonderful quilt, and this one is going to be a precious little Christmas quilt.
I love this.
Look at those
penguins.
Are cute. The number 1 fabric are penguins, and it almost looks, I know that's supposed to be fur, but it almost makes him look like he has on a crown.
Oh, it kind of does. His little hat there is super cute.
Yeah, he is so cute. So this little penguin is going to be so precious in the number 1 spot of the quilt. And I love it. I love the fact that he's got little feet sticking up like a little kid would do.
Almost like he's dancing.
Yes, absolutely. And then our number 2 fabric, and as you know, you take the number 1 out of the equation, you compare these 2, and the lightest one is going to be your number 2 fabric. So that's going to be going here. And then your number 3 fabric, and isn't that cute? It almost looks like little Christmas lights, and it's just perfect for the decoration on the little penguin. And that number 3 fabric is going to go everywhere you see the red on the quilt. And that will, just like that, you change your everyday quilt into a Christmas quilt.
Yes, and we have a great image so everyone can see.
Absolutely, and this is so precious. It's refreshing.
It is.
Yeah, very refreshing with the light and that creamy color along with the red and the green. And I think this one is going to be one of my favorite quilt of the month. And I can't wait to see what you put in yours.
Yeah.
Yes. So this one,
I love it that everyone's sending us pictures, but I just have to throw that in because I really do enjoy that. And this quilt is, I can't imagine everything that you're going to put your creativity to see how I just think it's going to be great.
And we really assure you, you want to stay till the very end so you can see what all of our excited viewers did with last month's quilt of the month. It's great. Now this kit is called Penguin Club. It's the Skip to My Lou pattern from the Easy Peasy book, and it also comes as an individual pattern.
Now we're doing something brand new that I'm very, very excited about. We are starting a YouTube membership program. It is a monthly paid membership that gives you the chance to be even more involved with Fabric Cafe.
And if you'll look right next to the subscription button, there's a join button. And when you click on that, we have a special video that will pop up and explain all about it. But now if you don't see that button, there is a link in the description below.
Now, when you join and become a member, you're going to get great things like behind-the-scene photos and other content, an exclusive free pattern just for our members, and live sew-alongs with me and some of our other members so that we can make quilts together. Be sure to check that out. Now, we have a batik here, yes, that is gorgeous. And you know, you mentioned how different the quilt looks with different fabrics. So we had a really charming floral, a really cute Christmas, and now we have a really gorgeous batik. And this batik, in our #1 position as our focus fabric, has so many different colors in it. It has the pinks and the greens and the blues and a little bit of purple, and it is just a gorgeous fabric. We are putting that everywhere this floral is here, and it's just gonna make it look so, so rich.
It is. I'm just gonna, and you're gonna get a little bit of this color and a little bit of that color all the way through.
It's gonna make it look like it's different fabrics, but it's not. Which I love.
Almost a scrappy kind of a look with batiks.
So then, as our #2 fabric, we've put this texture in there, and what's really great is it has the green background, but it has these pink tones in this little design, and that is going to go everywhere you see the green here. And I really think that's going to contrast well, but keep the elegance, which this is going to be so elegant. Then our #3 fabric is just this textural, it's a really, really dark navy. It's not really gray, it's not really black, it's a really dark navy, and I think it picks up the darker tones of blue in the focus perfectly. That is gonna go everywhere you see the red, and that's gonna give us our anchor in our frame on the quilt, which is really great. Really, really great.
I think this is a really nice #3 fabric because it does still maintain that little bit of softness to the darkest color.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
yes, it's a very soft, dark color. So I love the texture in it. Now, let's look at an image on this because I think you're going to be surprised. You know, it is a totally different look. I love the way the focus batik goes in that 4-patch and just gives it such a rich look. And you're right about that #3.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's that nice, soft, dark fabric that gives you the contrast that we're looking for, but keeps the interest. So really, really pretty. All right, the kit information on this particular kit is Mystery Muse, and the name of the pattern, once again, is Skip to My Lou.
Now the next one is called Bitty Blooms, and this is another small print that is going to show off very nicely in this particular quilt. And you know, another thing I like about this quilt is we're using strip piecing, so that makes it go really fast. And by sashing these 4 patches, what happens is you have half as many seams to match up because this is going to go between, and you can make it go pretty fast, and you don't have to worry about once you get those 4 patches sewn together, whether they match up with the next group of 4 patches. So it's super easy.
It is super fast. And I don't know about you, but I don't know that I've ever said, I want to make a quilt that takes me 3 years. I want to make a quilt that goes together quick and in a hurry and looks beautiful.
Yeah, anytime when I'm in a creative mood, I really do like for it to come together quickly.
Yes.
And if it doesn't come together quickly, I do get just a little bit discouraged, and I have to give myself a pep talk.
Yeah. No UFOs with 3-yard quilts.
There you go. Yeah, you can get them done fast. Okay, so the #1 fabric is going to go everywhere you see the floral here. And this one is really, really sweet.
I love the colors in
Yeah.
this. I love this green, limey green with the jade green. And
I can see this on a sun porch.
oh, totally,
really.
yes.
And the number 2, and this is our interesting number 2, it has little bitty X's all over this, making that design.
Oh, that's cool. Almost like you cross-stitched it. That's so
That's
cute.
right. And so that's going to be everywhere we have the number 2 here. And then our number 3 fabric is this pretty blue, and you can see how pretty that goes together. It's just a really light, bright quilt. That's going everywhere that you see the reds. So one thing that I found kind of interesting about looking at this fabric is that we also have a skip to Malou on the back wall. And this is an earlier version of the pattern that has a similar look to this with your blues. Yeah.
does.
So that kind of gives you another little
Idea.
yeah, right. So let's look at an image of this one. I think it is really fresh and bright,
Yes.
and I really do like the way it turned out.
And I see what you mean about it looking like the one hanging behind us. It has that fresh, crisp summer day look to it, which
Oh,
I really like.
absolutely.
And once again, I'm so surprised at how different all of these look in the different fabrics. It just goes to show you how versatile the 3-yard quilts are. And this is no exception. This is really fresh. I
Yes,
like it.
I like it too. And this one is called Bitty Blooms. It is the Skip to My Lou pattern from the Easy Peasy 3-yard quilt book.
So to stay in our concept of changing up the look of a pattern, just by changing the fabric, which is perfect for 3-yard quilts, we have a really darling Halloween set here.
I thought that was really cute.
This is really cute. So we have an orange with a black polka dot, which is very Halloween. That is going to be our focus fabric, and it's going to go everywhere you see the flower here. And then for our number 2, you know, this is near and dear to us, a little kitty floating on a white background here, which is the perfect number 2. It will go everywhere the green is.
Talk about adding interest to that number 2.
Oh, yes.
It is
That's
perfect.
a perfect number 2 for interest.
Absolutely.
I love it. And then our number 3, which is kind of tying them all together, which I love. So it is a black background with a little orange candy corn, which is my favorite Halloween candy.
Absolutely.
It's got the orange in it, and then a little bit of white to bring in the white there. That goes in our sashing and on the border just to frame it all nicely. What a sweet, sweet fall quilt.
It is precious.
Just such a sweet, sweet
I have a question for you, though.
Oh, yes.
When you eat your candy corn, do you still eat it the way you did when you were a little girl?
Yeah, you eat the little white tip off, and then you eat the next layer, the orange, and then the yellow, and you just...
She made her candy corn last a long time when
I
she
don't know
was
why
little.
I do that. I mean,
I think I probably influenced you. It's a fun way to eat candy corn.
It is fun, but let's show them an image
Okay.
of this quilt because I really love this fabric and this quilt pattern. I think it is so cute, and I love the orange and the white with the kitties as the patch. It just looks darling. The black with the candy corns balances out, frames it out so well. This is going to be a super fast one to do for your Halloween this year.
So we have a special deal on our quilt pattern of the month. You can take 10% off of the downloadable Skip to My Lou pattern when you use the code that's showing on the screen. And it runs from today to the end of August. This way you can get that downloadable pattern so quickly and you can get started right away because we want to see your images.
Yes, we do. Let's get you the information on this quilt kit. It is called Spooky Fun with all those Halloween prints. And once again, the pattern is Skip to My Lou.
Now the next kit that we have to show is near and dear to my heart because I like that gold and those blues together. I just think that is so pretty. And so this is going to be our number 1 fabric, and it's going to go in every one of the number 1 spots. And this is just going to be so easy to do with the strip piecing because you sew long strips of the number 1 and the number 2 together and cut it into the pieces and make 4 patches, and you're just through like that.
Yep.
Now the number 2 fabric is going to go everywhere that you see the teal, green right there. And then the number 3 fabric is going to be our sashing. And look at that, isn't that awesome?
I love that. And it has the exact same colors as the focus fabric, but it really balances it as a number 3 with the blue background.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's almost like an opposite.
It's really good.
Yeah, I really like
really
that. And let's look at an image of that, and we can look at that.
I know, it's just so amazing how, I just keep saying it, how this quilt looks so good in so many different fabrics and really changes the genre, the feel of it.
Well, I like the way making the 4 patches like that is so fast, but it scatters the colors of your favorite focus fabric all over the surface of the quilt.
I can see Christmas gifts for everyone using this pattern.
Oh, I know. That would be so cool.
It really would. It just changes so much. It's perfect.
Now, this one is called Garden Escape, and it's the Skip to My Lou pattern from the Easy Peasy book.
So our quilt of the month for July was Patriotic Pride, and we had so many people participate and send us pictures. Now we're having to film this quilt of the month a little early, so you might not have been able to finish your quilt yet, but don't worry. We're going to show your pictures still. Just send them in and we will show them on our next quilt of the month video.
And we loved looking at every one of the pictures, and let's look at the first one now. So this one was submitted by Donna, not this Donna, another Donna. And we thought it was so cute because we're always saying don't use boring number 2 fabrics, and she used a gray and white gingham in her number 2 spot. Isn't that clever?
That. It's so cute, so crisp. Great job, Donna.
Yes.
Now our next one is sent in from Leanna, and I love this. And I don't know if you've noticed, but she's used 2 different focus fabrics in her big blocks, which is really, really cool. And I love how it just ties together just from the color. Great job.
I really like that too. Now this one came from Robin, and Robin was sharing a funny story with us. You may notice that in the lower corner there is a block going a different way from all of the others. And she was making it for her daughter, and she was going to rip the block out and turn it around. But her daughter said, no, don't do that, because it would make her laugh every time she saw it, knowing that it would drive her mom crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, great job, Robin, though. All right, Julie sent in our next image here, and wow, this is great. I love this version. And she also included a different fabric for her binding. She used a red on there that really helps that edge pop. I think that's really cool.
I like that too.
And I love the blues and the creams together. That's really striking. Very, very pretty.
Striking. I like the stars. Those stars, reds and blues on a cream background. That's really nice.
So pretty. So pretty.
Now, this one is from Jean, and Jean used a great diagonal stripe in the focus block, and I thought that was so clever. She also increased the size of the borders to make it big enough so that she could donate it to the Quilts of Valor. And I think that just makes so much movement with that diagonal stripe along with the regular stripes of the secondary block.
I agree. I'm sure the recipient will be so grateful to have this quilt. Now the next one is from our very own Hannah here at Fabric Café. And I thought this was so clever. Hannah has used a space-themed fabric to make the Patriotic Pride. She actually used a fat quarter bundle on that to get all of those different fabrics. So that's a great idea to use a fat quarter bundle. I think this was such a creative twist on a patriotic pattern. I think it is great.
Well, thank you so much to everyone that participated in July. We enjoyed seeing your quilts so much.
So much. And if you participated but haven't finished your quilt yet, please send it in when it's done.
Send any of your pictures to welisten@fabriccafe.com.
And if you would like to see some other ideas for our July Quilt of the Month, Patriotic Pride, watch the video that pops up next.
It's Donna Robertson
and Fran Morgan. Happy quilting!